Dear cadets, look, we are now looking into the aims of NCC. So, what are the aims of NCC? Aims of NCC is divided into three. To develop character, first aim is written as first point. That is to develop character, comradeship, discipline, secular outlook, spirit of adventure, sportsmanship, and the ideals of selfless service among the youth. So, we are going to take each and every one of these qualities. First is character. Like in mission, vision, I said, character building is another important chapter altogether. We will study character building in personality development module. So character, as is we all know, character is a solid foundation on which a person's entire life is based. It is a potpourri of many qualities like honesty, integrity, dependability, loyalty, compassion, sincerity, attentiveness, determination, confidence. So many qualities are there in this character. Character building is one of the most important specific quality that you develop in NCC. So by the time goes by, you will become a different character altogether. Next is comradeship. We know comradeship is friendship, is when we work together, different students from different colleges, different places. You will be able to meet cadets from different states, of different cultures, different belief patterns, different food habits, different thoughts. But you work, NCC is the same. The training that each and every cadet are the same. That makes you improve the quality of comradeship. You feel that we are one. The cadets of Kerala and the cadets of Kashmir are the same. How different we are, it doesn't matter. Then again, discipline. Discipline is, I have been described it earlier. You are there every time to obey. Secular outlook. Secular outlook. Secularism is the fundamental quality that in our uh, preamble of constitution also uh, tells us to follow. Secularism is the feeling, where is the ability to accept everyone as equal. That acceptance, without looking into the color, caste, religion. There are so many problems uh, in the political arena, society, where we are divided on these factors. Those divisive factors must be removed with a circular outlook, and that you will get through the experiences, through the training that is provided in NCC. Next is spirit of adventure. There are various camps provided in NCC that makes you uh, that improves in you the spirit of adventure. Like you have rock climbing camp where you can climb 100 feet, 50 feet rock, and you will come down, and these are all of course for free. And there is para jumping. You are jumping from a helicopter from the top, and you land with the help of parachute. And you have this mountaineering, where you have the opportunity to even go to the Himalaya. And there are so many camps, like you are able to do firing. That is only the privilege of NCC cadets, except the army men. You are using the original rifle to fire, and various such activities in the camps that you will be getting it. And in the pictures shown, there is a tent pitching where this army men, anywhere, everywhere, where they are detailed, they build these tents, tent pitching, obstacle training. They are all difficult that we never thought we'll never do, will be able to do in NCC. And sportsmanship, especially for girls, those who are very naive, those who are very introvert, will be playing all the games like football for the very first time in NCC. So there is no gender difference, that is because of this. So sportsmanship and the ideals of selfless service among the youth. So as I have said, when we do our social services, community services, we will be doing, we are getting nothing. Sometimes we don't even eat, we don't get food, but we work for others. That is called selfless service. That is one aim. And you all must by heart the aims and vision and mission of NCC. That is for sure. Wherever you go, somebody asks what is the aim of NCC, you must be able to tell them this is the aim, this is the first aim. We are going to the second aim. What is the second aim? To create. First was to develop. Second, remember, to create a human resource of organized, trained, and motivated youth to provide leadership in all walks of life. So, organized. We are very organized. Even the file formation. We teach you the first, in the first uh, training in our colleges, we teach you how to stand in proper file, in ranks. That itself is an organized way. You are introduced to a very organized, trained system. So you are trained to behave in a particular way. NCC cadets everywhere behave in a very disciplined manner. So we are organized, and you are trained by the military staff, by the trained ANOs, associate NCC officers in your colleges, and various personalities. And you are motivated youth. It is not external motivation only. You, without knowing yourself, you get an internal motivation that you are able to do everything. And this is because of the course, the training that is provided, and to provide leadership in all walks of life. See the girl who is leading the platoon behind her, and even the PM, they are giving piloting, they are marching in front of Prime Minister of India, President of India. This is only possible in NCC. So you must be very proud of yourself that you are an NCC cadet. And the third one is to provide suitable environment to motivate youth to take up a career in armed forces. So of course, one of the aims of NCC is to join in army, and there are various opportunities now coming up for girls also. There are girls, women officers, and look at the enthusiasm, look at the happiness of these officers after they become the real officers after this tremendous stressed out training. So this is a most dignified job where you are learned that your life is secondary and the country is primary. So that is the third aim of NCC. Now we are going to the objectives of NCC. What are the objectives of NCC? First is to train volunteer youth to become confident, committed, and competent leaders in all walks of life. So, as in mission, vision, aims, these are objective also. You become confident. You will not understand how you become confident. You will be able to stand up and speak in front of a large audience. You will be able to march in front of a large audience. You will be able to do things that you never did before. You will be committed. You bring that commitment because you yourself put your 100 percentage in all the works. You'll be committed and competent leaders, and this is very competitive. If you go to a camp, if you the you must be heard about Republic Day camp in at Delhi every year, and this is a selected cadets go to attend RTC, and there is a huge competition between cadets. And when you are a part of it, you unknowingly become very competent in so many things, multi uh, phases, multitask you'll be able to do. So that is one of the objectives. Second is to enhance the awareness level of cadets for being responsible citizens of the country. So you will be aware of how to become responsible citizens, how to do, how not to do things. Sometimes it is better not to do. Like, for example, if you keep the wrappers, chocolate wrappers inside your bag, that is being a responsible citizen of the country. You can do things, you can not do things. So this awareness you get imbibed through the NCC training. And third one is provide opportunities and encourage cadets to enhance their knowledge, awareness levels on life, soft communication skills, character building, personality development. We have discussed character building. We will be discussing it further because you have a module on character and leadership development. Personality development is where in your examinations, B certificate and C certificate examinations, the maximum mark covers personality development. So we'll discuss what personality is in the coming modules. And knowledge, you improve your knowledge, you awareness level on life. So you start to understand how life should be. The worst part of life and also the best part of life should be visible when you attend even a CATC. You are out of your you are out of your comfortable zone, and you are exposed to various experiences, and you realize that life is difficult also. Life is not full of roses. Life is difficult, and you will be able to live in all situations when you are part of an NCC. And next is soft communication skills. You will be able to communicate properly with your friends, your parents, and especially this interview board. In future, you have to attend interviews. You are going for job, so it is imperative that you increase your communication skills. That is developed through the training. Next is character building and personality, that I will take different class on this because it's a there is a huge module, and we will discuss it. Character, like I said, there are so many qualities, and personality, how we improve our personality. Our negative qualities are deleted and positiveness is increased. These are things you experience in NCC through the training. Next is conduct activities to provide value based contribution towards society in terms of social and community development. So, value based contributions. When we conduct activities such as, we visit old age homes, we clean the areas, we clean cities, and we interact with the people around our college or wherever the community services are provided. Like, we go when Oki came, we went there and we cleaned the sea area. And when there were floods, we went there and console people. We were there to clean the area. We were there to build bridges for them. So these are activities that we provide, we take to improve this community, for the community, for the society. So these are, you understand how to contribute to the society. Undertake adventure activities for development of leadership qualities and risk taking abilities. So, adventure activities that is provided especially in camps, various adventure camps, like I said before, and leadership qualities, because in NCC you are doing everything. You are the leaders, you are controlling the other cadets, you are arranging. If a program comes, you are arranging, you are anchoring, you are everything in NCC. So through the experience, through doing everything by yourself, you become the leaders. And next is provide a platform to launch goodwill ambassadors, cadets to project the image of country overseas. So this is the best part of NCC, where you get a chance to visit other countries. In there is a camp called YAP Youth Exchange Program, and you are there, goodwill ambassadors of our country. You are going to reflect, project our country. So this is happening only in NCC, that you are visiting other places as ambassadors of our country. So that much, that is a maximum that an organization can provide, that is provided by NCC. Provide an environment to motivate cadets to join the armed forces as a career, like in third aim that we have discussed. We are given this NC certificate, and it is taken account, especially in the new rules which came up from the ministry level. It is said that C certificate holders are getting 5% or so, a certain amount of mark while entering in various services, especially armed services. And a very good career is waiting for you, and you are getting a very huge amount of salary. That is the most glamorous part of army. So that is another objective. Now we are going to the organization of NCC, how NCC works. NCC is a voluntary organization administered through this Ministry of Defense. Like I said, it is a NCC is a paramilitary. Like all the trainings are provided by military, and it is controlled by Ministry of Defense. So how important it is when you go for RDC camps, you are seeing the chief of army, chief of navy, chief of air, air force. So such a huge, being a force of a part of such a huge force, that is the privilege that you people are getting. So this is administered through Ministry of Defense. Earlier it was taught that defense secretary was overall in charge, but now in the new syllabus the defense minister is overall in charge, who is responsible to the government of India for efficient functioning of NCC and other matters. At the headquarter level, this organization is headed by an officer of the rank of Lieutenant General. So this is headquarter is at Delhi, and at Delhi there is a headquarters, and all the directorates, all NCC is controlled. The at the top of NCC is an officer at the rank of Lieutenant General, and present defense minister, as we all know, who is in charge of overall functioning of NCC, Rajnath Singh, defense minister, and the NCC headquarters officer, Lieutenant General Rajiv Chopra, PVSN, AVSN. So these are the important personalities who are actually controlling, providing all the trainings for NCC, that you must be very uh, um, you note the point. This is the organization chart. Look at the chart. First is Directorate General. Everything is coming from Directorate General. All the information that is passed through the battalion to the institutions are from the top in Delhi headquarter, which is controlled by Directorate General. So this who is our DG of NCC? Directorate General of NCC, Lieutenant General. Lieutenant General Rajiv Chopra, PVSM, AVSM. You must remember this man, this name. And under this, we have directorates. How many directorates are there in NCC? There are 17 directorates. One of the directorates is Kerala and Lakshadweep, which is on which we are all part of. And we have groups under this, like we have Calicut group, and under that we have units like Calicut group. We have 30 Kalan battalion, and we have our college, Government College Madapalli. We have units, and under this we have senior division and junior division. Our unit is a senior division, SD, SW, Army, Air, Navy. In our college it is Army, and in different colleges they have Navy and Air units also. Junior division, Army, Navy, Air. So for schools and colleges there are units. This is the organization chart. So this is how it goes. There are 17 directorates headed by officer of rank of a major general or brigadier, equivalent from the three services. Some brigadier or major general who controls these directorates. He may be in the rank or an officer of the rank of major general or brigadier. Depending upon the size of the state and growth of NCC in the states, directorates have up to 14 group headquarters. Like in Kerala, we have 5 group headquarters. In different places, there are 14 group headquarters. Each group is headed by an officer of the rank of brigadier, colonel or equivalent, known as group commander. So we have in Calicut group, we have this group commander, Brigadier A.Y. Rajan. Like that, all other groups have their own group commanders. And each NCC group headquarters controls 5 to 7 NCC units or battalions. That is, we are under 30 Kerala battalion. So Calicut group has different battalions. We are one of the battalions under Calicut group. So each group headquarters controls 5 to 7 NCC units commanded by Colonel or Lieutenant Colonel. So our CEO is Colonel Jaideep Sharma. Like that, every battalion has their own commanding officers. Each battalion consists of companies which are commanded by the associate NCC officers. So these companies are known as colleges or institutions where this NCC is working at the grassroots level, and it is commanded by associate NCC officers. Like in Government Madapalli College, it is Lieutenant R. Rabi, and every college where NCC functions, there is an ANO and associate NCC officers of the rank of lieutenant, captain or major. We are trained to function, work as an NCC officer, and we are provided this rank with lieutenant, captain or major. And we are becoming officers in this organization. There are two training establishments. ANOs are trained in Officers Training Academy Kamptee, and women officers are trained in Officers Training Academy Gwalior. Professors and teachers from colleges and schools are specially trained to impart training to cadets as associate NCC officers. So this is the organization part. Now look at the organization charts. The numbers are given in correct format here. Headquarters, DG, NCC, that is the controlling head. DG NCC is a man of Lieutenant General in rank. Under him, there is two additional DGs with Major General or equivalent ranks, and 5 deputy DGs with brigadier or equivalent ranks. So at the headquarter level we have DG NCC, 2 additional DGs, 5 deputy DGs, and under which is functioning 17 directorates, Army 12, Navy 2, Air Force 3. Comparing to Army, you can see Navy and Air Force are very small in number, and there are 96 group headquarters. 96 group headquarters all over India. Army has 86, now Navy 4, Air Force 6. And under these group headquarters there are 837 units, and Navy, Army, in these units, how many Army units are there? 700 Army units are there, 73 Navy units are there, 64 Air Force units are there. So the divisions, further divisions you can see, technical, medical, dockyard, non-tech 111, and non-technical is 70, altogether 73. Air Force we have flying 53, technical level sums up to 64, and Army 700. There are you will study it in detail, and when you study special services, special subject, infantry 398, girls 108, armored 22, artillery 23, signals 14. These are all parts of Army. Okay, engineers 13, medical 13, remount and veterinary 21, electronics mechanical engineers 8, combo 23. So these are all the organization chart. Just remember the main thing: 17 directorates, 96 group headquarters, 837 units. That is most important. So we have these NCC staff. There are officers of Army, Navy and Air Force, Army military officers, and NCC whole-time lady officer WTLO. She is actually a part of Army, but she is an NCC cadet. So NCC women cadets have this opportunity to become a WTLO. And next is associated NCC officers. They are also commissioned officers, but they are not they are they are not permanent staff in Army, but working in colleges. Associate NCC officers, senior division, senior wing. Senior wing is for girls, senior division boys, junior division, junior wing for schools. Girl cadet instructor, they are GCIs. GCI is also, they are also posted from NCC cadets. So NCC girl cadets have so many job opportunities in these areas. And last and final but most important, you the cadets who are the soul of NCC. This is how we work. This is the overall work of NCC, training of NCC. Institutional training is 50 percentage. So that means half of the training happens in institution. That means this um, what parade on Saturdays. We learn a lot of things. We take classes, we conduct parade. Sometimes PI staff come and teach us things. So there are so many things happening in institution that adds to the 50 percentage of training activity in NCC. And we have adventure and sports 25 percentage, community development 20 percentage, social services that is 20 percentage, and at last I have told you about YEP, youth exchange program, that is 5 percentage. This is the overall training of NCC. What are the training activities? Institutional trainings that I have just said. And next is camp training, and all camps consist of 10 or 12 days. Attachment training. Attachment training is a training conducted in army institutions like army, infantry, or artillery, where you go and live with them and understand their life. Army, naval, air force units are there, or you go to IMA, Indian Military Academy, or OTA, Officers Training Academy. So these are training activities, and naval wing activities are there. These are mainly for Navy cadets that you don't understand, but some of the swimming, scuba diving, windsurfing, we are all aware of. And airwing activities like aero modeling, navigation, airframes. So what this Air Force is doing is getting trained uh, through the officers in Air Force. NCC cadets are getting trained. Remount and veterinary activities are this horse riding, horsemanship and riding. They are the riders, horse animals department. And cadets are from this medical MBBS students are a part of this training, NCC. And the most important camp was that 100 percentage of cadets, that means all cadets must attend ATC camp, annual training camps. That is conducted by battalions, state. It is under each state NCC directorate. This 10 days duration. Another camps that we have mentioned already: adventure training and sports camps, mountaineering, sailing, parasailing, rafting, trekking, Valley of Flower expedition, cycle expedition, desert safari, shooting and show jumping activities. These are all very adventure training that you will never get outside. These are only privileges of NCC cadets. And youth exchange program, there you visit friendly foreign country. There are 10 countries that India is tied up with, and you visit those countries. And previous year, I think it was Singapore. Next year, it may be Russia or Kazakhstan. We have tied up with various countries. We'll visit those countries. So these are centrally organized COCs, that we call it COC, centralized organized camps. That means these are conducted by DGNCC at the headquarters level, and these are very competitive, and all cadets from all states, all directorates participate in these camps. Leadership camps, basic and advanced courses are there. It is mainly for this SSB, which is for armed forces training. Leadership training is provided there. And Talsani camps, many of your seniors have attended, and you will be discussing. They will be sharing experiences with you. There, all the subject of NCC is uh, competed. They compete with outside Delhi cadets, outside India, outside Kerala, and they have to compete with them in firing. They have tent pitching, they have obstacle training, they have signals, they have map reading, um, judgment, and they have to write examinations also. And there is leadership, best cadet competitions also. So these are activities in Thal Sainik, like Thal Sainik in army. Thal Sainik camp is for army. Like that we have Vayu Sainik camps, VSC, Nav Sainik camps, NSC, Vayu Sainik for Air Force, Nav Sainik for Navy, rock climbing camp, National Integration Camp. National Integration is the most wonderful camp where you exhibit your cultural talents, and all the directorates exhibit their own cultures, and you mingle with them, you understand them at a closer level, their cultures, their habits, etc. RDC and PM's rally, it's a very most important in NCC, happens yearly at headquarters level. RDC, you are where you are march through Rajpath in Republic Day, where various dignitaries from outside India comes, and this is a proud of where our military strength is exhibited. So you are becoming a part of that camp. Thus, we come to a conclusion. NCC as an organization has unified the youth not only of our country but has made significant efforts to interact with the youths of other countries through YEP, thus expanding the scope of its training and the ultimate goal of unity. Any questions?